Jayson, they were able to get up a lot of threes in this one, and that was their game plan coming in. How do you feel like you guys guarded those, and what was the mindset against those? How much do you have to adjust when they are hitting at that rate?
Yeah, you got to give them credit. They shot more threes, and they really shot the ball well tonight. For the most part, our effort, it wasn't like we weren't playing hard or connected. There were some missed opportunities, I would say, that we wish we could have back. Some open looks, some transition threes that were just too comfortable. But tip your hat off to them. They hit some shots tonight.
What stood out about you guys on offense and some of the lows you went through in this one, and what could you have done better on that end? You feel like?
Yeah, I feel like a few of the possessions we didn't get into our actions fast enough. Missed a lot of bunnies, a lot of open threes. And we weren't getting out in transition enough because we didn't get enough stops, obviously, because they was hitting shots.
Jayson, how do you look at this moment in the series, tied a game apiece going to Miami? Do you see your team facing some adversity at this point? Is this just kind of how series go? How do you evaluate it?
We knew it wasn't going to be easy. That's a lot of history between these two franchises, especially recently. Regardless of seeding or who's in and who's out. It's the playoffs, and especially with that team, it's never going to go how people expect it to go. And that's the beauty of being in the playoffs and playing at the highest level. It's part of it. We lost the game, and we got a chance to play again on Saturday. So it should be another fun one.
Do you feel like you gave them some life tonight and that they were, undermanned, they're here on the road, and did they maybe get a little life coming out of this game?
I wouldn't phrase it like that. That's a good team, right? They kind of like us. It's not supposed to be easy. It's not an easy road to where both teams are trying to get to. Some tough, competitive basketball. And, we knew that they were going to respond and play better from the first game, and they did.
Between last year and this year, they now have 4 games against you guys where they shot better than 50% from 3, which is kind of weird. What is it about this matchup that allows them to just get so hot with a bunch of guys who aren't normally that kind of three-point shooting threat?
It's a great question. Maybe a coincidence, maybe it's not. Something we got to figure out, honestly. They hit some tough shots tonight from the three-point line, and some were open. And it's maybe some of those easier ones early in the game got them feeling more comfortable, and sometimes those tougher shots become a little bit easier when you're already in the rhythm. But it's something that we're going to talk about.
Brad's been pretty open about how last year's series was a big part of what compelled him to bring KP in here. What were the challenges in kind of finding him tonight? It looked like the way they were defending him was a little unique and in terms of getting him the ball, and then what did you say about the way they were guarding him once he did? That made things a little tougher for him.
Yeah, we just got to do a better job of getting him the ball in the right spots and making sure that we give him enough space to operate and be in that threat that he's been for us all season, and we're gonna do that Saturday.
In the second, they hit 13 threes in the first half. In the second half, did you try to adjust, or some of their non-shooters were hit. Do you have to react to that during the game? Do you just have to hope they miss? What happens when guys who don't usually hit threes and it becomes kind of a barrage?
Yeah, when you go through a game plan, it's impossible to say we're going to take away every single thing. There are certain guys on the floor that you would rather shoot than others. That's any NBA game you're going to play. But guys are in the NBA for a reason. Everybody's capable. There's a lot of capable shooters out there. Anybody can get hot.
Last question, Jared. First off, that finger wrap, is that part of the fit, or did something happen with the finger?
No, I jammed my shit the other day.
Oh, okay. And then second off, going back to the KP stuff, usually throughout the year, you guys are able to enter the ball to him, pretty much play through him pretty comfortably. Tonight, they were doing all sorts of things to really affect that catch and push him out. When you see like a defense that understands how to take away that thing is kind of like a comfort zone for you guys, how do you want to respond to that?
Yeah, I think we got to be more creative. You know, the playoffs are about making adjustments from game to game, and they did that. And you know, they're not just gonna let us catch the ball. They're not just gonna let us throw it to, you know, KP easy. And you know, they posted to try to mess things up or make us think or make it a little bit tougher. And so it's our job to react in real time, and you know, as well as make our adjustments going from game to game.